beautiful day, and I want to talk to you for just a couple minutes about how you can start investigating before you start investing. I want to talk about how you can multitask these real estate deals. I want to talk about how you can get in a good rhythm of sectioning off part of your life to really dig deep into these deals, into these sellers. Because one thing I know is that women have 18,000 unpaid jobs at any given time. And I don't care if you've got a husband or a boyfriend, that's a full-time job, let's be honest here. I don't care if you have kids or a dog. All of those can be full-time jobs. You've already got probably at least one job. You might be doing the agenting thing on the side, so there's another job. You may be running the PTA, and there's another job. You may be volunteering at a dog shelter. There's another job. I mean, if you think of all the jobs, there's lots of jokes and memes about all the jobs that women have. So just think about all the different things that you accomplish every single day. It's no wonder that you're wore out by the end of the day or into Friday or into Sunday. Okay? There are lots of things going on in your life. And a lot of times what ladies tell me is that they're going to get started investing when life slows down. We had a conversation today at lunch that it seems like time's getting faster. It's not slowing down. It's also getting more expensive. Am I right? If y'all are out there watching right now, say hello. Hey, hashtag lady if you're watching this live with me. And if you're watching this on the replay, hashtag landlord. Put it down there in the comments. Let me know. Hashtag lady if you're watching this live with me right now. And hashtag landlord if you're watching this on the replay later. Maybe you're watching on YouTube or on the She Buys It page or in the group or something like that. But if you're here with me now, hashtag lady. And if you're watching on the replay, hashtag landlord. Awesome. Good to see y'all today. So most women that hang out with me, most women that talk to me, most women that come to She Buys It Live or want to hop on a call, the ladies going through the Lady Landlord Challenge with me this week, they want to be investors, but they're having a hard time balancing real estate investing and the other 18,000 different things they got going on in their life. Am I right? Y'all can give me some hearts on that. Give me some thumbs up on that. Because you've just got a lot going on. And thank you for taking the time to be here with me right now. So thank you. Thank you. Hey Denise. Hey Nicole. Hey Pam. Hey y'all. So it's not the struggle that's real, y'all. Quit putting that out there because the struggle is not real. There's not even really a struggle except in your head. It's the juggle. Juggle with a J. It's the juggle that's real. How do we juggle real estate investing, working, having fun, taking care of ourselves, taking care of the kids, taking care of the husband? How do we juggle all of these things coming at us right now? Like, that's what's real, and that's what we're dealing with every single day, right? It's not the struggle that's real. The struggle is the mental gymnastics that you're fighting with in your head. It's the juggle that's real. And once you can get some sort of balance on the juggle, and maybe that's just, allocating different times of your day to do different things, or delegating different parts of your day, different chores, different activities, different things, okay? That's when your life really gets better. That's when you really bring it to a more balanced position. And honest to goodness, sometimes, y'all, that just means shutting off the phone, because I love this little thing, but it is a huge distraction. All right. So what I want to do is start to put some plans into place where you can begin the investigating part before you really dig into the investing part. Because I know that when you get your rhythm down, you'll do it. I know that when you decide to make a lifestyle change, you will go with it. And to say that you want to get into lady landlording, to say that you want to be a successful real estate investor, to say that you want to leave your 9 to 5, maybe you want to leave your man, you want to have a job once the kids go to college, but you don't want to have a job, all right? All of those are lifestyle changes. You're going to actually have to change what you've been doing for the last 5, 10, 15, or 20 years. All right, some of y'all have been staying home with those babies for 20 years, and I don't blame you that you don't want to go get a 9 to 5 job, but you want to bring in some money. Some of you are raising babies, working a 9 to 5, and still realizing that you want to bring in some more money. It's all good, girls. We just got to figure out how we can stack it so that we are taking the best use of our time, because we all got 24 hours in a day, but Beyonce gets more done in a day than we do because she delegates it, because she multitasks it, because she doesn't drive herself so she can do other things in the passenger seat. All right, I've basically quit driving. I hate driving, and it's just so much pressure, and I can get so much more done if Mom's driving me or Jason's driving me. And if y'all hang out with me long enough, you'll know that I'm getting stuff done over in the passenger seat because I'm doing a video and talking to y'all while they're driving us to dinner. All right, Daddy and I did a video sitting in the car last week, I think, because we were multitasking. Mom was getting her eyelashes done and Dad and I were just waiting in the car, so we did a video. All right, so we've just got to figure out little pockets, little holes in your day where you can start doing some of the investigating, because the investigating, or maybe you call it the research, but the digging it down and finding out who owns what's going on with this, returning phone calls, all of that stuff. You could chunk out an hour of your day and you could hammer through calls, returning calls, following up on emails and all that stuff. But I don't want you to have to dedicate an hour that you don't have already. I want you to figure out how you can stack 30 minutes at a time. I want you to figure out in your schedule, all right? Take last week. You've got a planner here, all right? Holly McRae told me to get this planner, and I love it. And you've got your calendar there with the whole month on it, and then you've got your week scheduled, and then you've got last week scheduled, and then you're working on next week, right? Well, go back to the last 2 weeks and really look through your schedule and say, well, I was at ball practice here, and I was riding in the car here, and I was doing this here, and I was just kind of going through the motions here, and I took lunch there, and I went to dinner here, and I went to the movies there, and I want you to do all that stuff. I want you to live your life. But one thing that's always really attracted me to April Crosley's story is that when she was working as a respiratory therapist in the hospital, on her lunch breaks and in between seeing patients, instead of playing cards, which was a joke going around a couple months ago, I'm not insinuating that nurses aren't doing anything, but instead of playing on Facebook or playing solitaire or something on her phone, or just doing things, April dedicated that time to sitting in the break room and folding yellow letters and stuffing envelopes. And her friends would say, come on, we're going to go have tacos, or come on, we're going to go get salads, or come on, we're going to go for a walk, or whatever. And they would really try to encourage her to come hang out. But April had goals. And you got some goals. And April knew that she was going to have to make a lifestyle change if she was ever going to be able to quit respiratory therapy. And one of the ways, one of the pockets, one of the holes that she found was during her lunch break and on breaks in between patients. She could stuff her yellow letters. That way she didn't have to give up an hour of family time when she got home. She just had to tote that stuff with her. When I was in the beginning, Jason and I, in 2014, Jason and I were going to the beach. I flipped a house and it was all but done by the time we left. And I was super stressed because we just barely finished this flip and he wanted to go to the beach for a relaxing vacation. Also to play baseball. But I thought, okay, fine. I'm going to be in the car for 8 hours. What could I get done for 8 hours? I know. I could do all of my yellow letters. So actually last year for Christmas, because I still love to utilize car time, I bought myself a lap desk. And I didn't have that back then, but I took some books. I took my yellow pads. I took my envelopes. I took my pens. I took my stamps. I took a whole little box, see, like this. Even today, I travel with a little box of supplies so that as I'm sitting there in the car and he's driving, he's got the responsibility of driving, I can get things done. Things that take time but don't take a whole lot of brain power, and things that don't take any Wi-Fi. All right, so I found time in the car that I could use. I also found in 2014, towards the end of 2014, my dad had some surgery and I volunteered to go sit at the hospital with him all day while he was, in and out and doing all the things so that everybody else could keep doing all the other things and they could come over in the evenings, right? And this is a long time ago. He's fine. It's good. But you know what I did while I was hanging out with Dad at the hospital? While he was in and out of surgery and waking up and doing all that stuff and, making sure he was clear to go? I did yellow letters. I had all my yellow letters ready and I went through 1,000 yellow letters because I had 8 hours. I had all day long. And I could just sit there and address my yellow letters. I could address my envelopes. I could do all those things that, I could have done them in the evenings watching TV during family time. I could have forced myself to wake up early on a Saturday to do it. I could have forced myself to stay up late on a Sunday to do it. But I didn't want to do that because when you force yourself to do something, you just don't want to do it. And a lot of times you don't do it. But if you're going to make a lifestyle change, you're going to have to start stacking your time. You're going to have to start investigating and getting things rolling because there's seasons in all of our lives, okay? We're in summer right now. It's hot as blazing out there. And maybe the last thing you want to do is go hang a bunch of bandit signs. But if you're going to have closings next month, it may be that you need to go hang those bandit signs. You could also, so car riding is a good time. Lunchtime is a good time. Seriously, watching TV in the evenings. Jason has got me hooked on Big Brother. Clarissa, I watch TV. But Jason's got me hooked on watching Big Brother, and I am totally addicted to 90210. All right, and it started 2 weeks ago, and I'm loving every second of it. But while we're sitting there, I can watch the TV and be addressing yellow letters. I can be looking up, since we're at home, I can be on my phone or I can have my laptop out and I could be investigating who owns what. Maybe we went driving for dollars and we wrote down a whole bunch of addresses. When I come back home, I can go look all those up. All right? But those are, kind of dead pockets because if y'all are like me, even if you're watching TV or you're watching Netflix, you're also on the phone. Unless you're posting, hey, I want to buy your house, or you're posting a story about, hey, I just bought this, or hey, I just helped this person, or hey, I know somebody that's dealing with this and I can help them, then that thumb scrolling isn't actually helping you as much as it could if you were stacking that time. All right. I know when you're making dinner, you can't do all these things. You need to make dinner, feed the kids, bathe them, and put them in bed. Okay, fine. That's what you're doing at that time. But there's going to be some other pockets throughout the day where you could stack your time. And my favorite thing about April's story is for a couple weeks, her friends got their feelings hurt because she didn't want to go to lunch with them and go gossip with them. You know what I mean? But 2 or 3 weeks later, after she said, I'm going to stay here, I'm going to get this stuff done, I'm going to do this, I am making a lifestyle change, and I'm going to be out of here in a couple years. She told them that, and she told them that, and she told them that. Until 2 or 3 weeks later, they said, well, what are you doing? You want some help? We could stay and help, I reckon. And then those ladies watched her leave. They helped her. They knew she was a woman on a mission, and they helped her leave. It took her a couple years, but she stacked her time. When she got off in the evening, she'd go buy her flip projects. When she got off in the evening, she'd go talk to sellers. When she had a Saturday or Sunday off, or she worked a different schedule, maybe she went in the evenings, she'd spend the whole day out driving for dollars or negotiating with sellers or going to closings, but she was stacking her time. And I remember doing that too. I had 4 jobs when I started investing. I was working for my mom's company. She's got 4 companies, and I was working for every single one of them. Whenever my eyes were open until they closed, and then if the phone rang in the middle of the night, I had to figure out how to stack my time. I had to figure out how to make the best use of my time. And y'all know that if you're planning a vacation or you're planning on taking off on Friday, you will get everything done by Thursday. Won't you? So instead of looking at, well, I got 5 years to start this portfolio, why don't you do it in 5 months? That'll make you stack your time. That'll make you figure out how you could stack your time. That'll make you figure out, you know what? I don't actually have to put these stamps on these envelopes. My kid could do that. And it'd be fun. All right? You could also, I saw a mom post about something happened in the car riders line. All right, school started. I saw a mom post about something that happened in the car riders line. And I thought to myself, why didn't she return her calls before the kids got back in the car? I mean, that's sometimes, 10 or 15 minutes that you're sitting there? I've been to the car rider line. You get there early. You wait, they let the kids out, it takes a couple minutes, and then you can move on through the car rider line. But there's a solid 8 or 10 minutes where you're sitting there just waiting. Return your calls then, because then you feel accomplished. Have your envelopes in the side. When I did the car rider line, I'd put it in park. Maybe follow up on your emails. Maybe that's the time you put up a post. All right? You're going to ball practice, you're going to gymnastics practice, and you're sitting there and you're watching your kid. All right, that's cool, but they're probably actually active for 13 minutes? But you got to be there for an hour? And you're really just there because it takes too long to get back home and get back over here. And you want to be there in case they get hurt, you can go straight to the hospital. I get it. I know why you're there. I've been to ball practice. I've been to gymnastics practice. But for those other 45 minutes, maybe you don't gossip with the other moms in the bleachers. All right. It's not as much fun. Do you really want a lifestyle change? Do you really want to be a lady landlord? Do you really want that passive income? Do you really want those $100,000 months? Because it's not always going to be fun to get there. It's not always going to be something that you exactly are so excited to do. It's not always just sitting at the seller's kitchen table and then boom, you show up at the closing table. There's going to be some things that happen in the meantime that aren't going to be unicorns and rainbows. Hey, Kelly. Y'all, you got to do the hard stuff, and you got to figure out how to stack your time so that you are getting the most out of your 24 hours. And honest to goodness, girls, if you need to sit in that car rider line with some soft rock on and just then I'm a fan of that too. Okay? If you got to sit there and, I don't know where my puzzle book is, but I have a sticker puzzle book. All right? I build puzzles when I'm at the house, especially if I get stressed. I go build puzzles. All right? But I'm traveling right now, so I've got these sticker books. And you take, I love these books, by the way. You take the stickers, and it's a paint by numbers, so they tell you where to put the sticker on there. If that's what you got to do while you're at gymnastics practice or the car rider line or whatever, and you just need to relax for a minute, then do it to it, baby. I know you're not a machine. You're a woman. You got a lot of stress on you. You got a lot of things going on. But it is super convenient to do the sticker book when you really need to be doing the yellow letters. All right? I've been here this week. This is Thursday, and I haven't had my sticker book open since Sunday. And I've had plenty of time that I could have been building my sticker book puzzle. But I've been doing other things around here. Y'all want to see what I've been doing? You see that over there? You see my Post-its? I showed you my box of Post-its that I'm traveling with. But I've been using it over there for some ideas for some things that I got going on. Because I'm stacking my time. I know that I'm not always going to have 3, 4, 5 days where I can think and plan and then start to execute. When I get back to Knoxville, I'm in Tampa right now. When I get back to Knoxville, I got to go see this house. I got to go downtown and pull the permits for this deal. I got to go talk to this seller. I got to go see this. I'm going to do this. I got all those things. But I brought all my stuff so that I could make some huge jumps because I found pockets of time. And that's what I want you to do. You can start investigating. You can start getting some of this kind of underground stuff done. You can find little pockets of time. Everybody can find 15 to 30 minutes, sometimes an hour. You can do a power hour where you get a whole bunch of stuff done in just 1 hour instead of dripping it through the day. But you've got to find those pockets of time where you can say, this is my time. I am here to make a lifestyle change. I am making my lifestyle change. I am changing my life, which is going to change my kids' life. It's going to change my husband's life. And I'm going to need them to leave me alone for a couple minutes so I can get this thing done. But this time next year, I will be so proud of myself. They will be so proud of me. My mom is going to be proud of me. My co-workers are going to be proud of me and cheering me on. I'm going to be proud of you too. I love y'all, and I know it's tough to be a woman, and I know you got 18,000 different things going on, but I hear y'all and I see y'all every single day talking about, I want passive income and I want financial freedom. And now I want you to put some massive action behind those words, because it's easy to talk. I want you to start walking the walk and getting these things done. You can totally do it. It's easy to get distracted. It's easy to get shiny object syndrome. It's really hard to shut off the Wi-Fi and write on a bunch of Post-it notes and then strategize them. But now I've got it done. I've wanted to do that for a year. Since I was in New York last August with Lenice, I've been wanting to get this done. It only took me like 2 hours, but I've been putting it off for a year. Imagine if I had this all last year, what we all could have accomplished. Because the tide rises all ships. I'm here to push you. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to empower you. And in response, y'all push me back. Y'all empower me back. Y'all are cheering me on just as hard as I'm cheering you on. And that's what it's about. There's people in your world, just like April Crosley had those women that were trying. They didn't mean to be a distraction, but they ended up being her biggest cheerleaders. Some of them do deals with her now. There are people around you that might seem like a distraction right now, but in 5 or 10 years, they're going to be your private moneylender. Or their husband's going to be your general contractor. You never know the plans that God has for you. But you got to take advantage of the time that He's given you right now to do the investigating, while you're investing, or to do all the investigating, do all the research, watch all the videos, listen to all the podcasts, do all those things so that when God says it's time to go, you're like, yep, I'm ready. Let's do this. I've got all my investigating down and I'm ready to roll now. That's what I want for you, ladies. Just start finding those pockets of time. Start using your time wisely and investigating before you do the investing. I tell the ladies in FTDF Plus and in the Mastermind and in First Build and Fast, I want you to spend a huge amount of time finding your honey hole. I don't want you wasting time, effort, and money and envelopes and yellow letters and stamps sending out letters to a place that will never ever deal with you and that you don't even really want to go to. But there's a bonus session in First Build and Fast. There's a bonus session last year from She Buys It Live where we really dig into, where is your honey hole? Where are you going to go make this money, honey? Abraham Lincoln, I think it was credited to him, but he said if I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend 7 sharpening my axe. And that's what we're doing when we're looking for a honey hole. I want you to go driving for dollars. I want you to look at what's sold. Look in the paper for the last couple months. Do your investigating and see what things are selling for, who's buying what, where they're buying it. What time of the month is a better time to close? There's lots of things that you can find for free, or not free. Newspapers, Sunday papers are like what, $2.50? You can find your cash buyers in the newspaper. You can build your buyers list. Find pockets of time where you can stack your time, you can stack your resources, and you can really get the investigating done. That way when a deal falls in your lap, or you get that one magical phone call that says, yeah, come get it. Yeah, I'll sign your paperwork. Yeah, I'll take that offer. Boom, you don't have to do any more investigating because you've already done that. You've already spent the time doing that, and now you can just roll. That's what I want for you. If you're here with me still, give me a hashtag lady. If you're watching this live, if you're watching this on the replay, hashtag landlord. Ladies, I want you to be a lady landlord. Proverbs 31:16 says she goes to inspect a field and she buys it. It doesn't say she lists it. It doesn't say she calls her husband to have his opinion on it. It doesn't say she calls her daddy to come inspect it for her. She's done her investigating before. She knows it's a good deal. She knows what to pay for it. She knows what's going on, and she buys it. That's what I want for you. All right? If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any other ideas of ways you can stack your time, drop it in the comments here. All right? I see the hashtag lady and the hashtag lady landlord, hashtag landlord. I love it. I love it all. I love you too. I'm super proud of you. I know you can do this. If you're going to make a lifestyle change, though, you have to start changing the way you're spending your time. And you can do this. I know you can. I'm cheering for you. Y'all let me know if you have any questions. Also, we're doing a free Lady Landlord challenge in the She Buys It group. I'm going to put that link right here so that everybody can join the She Buys It group. It is on Facebook, and if you're watching this on the replay, then you should be able to get to the link either above or below, but y'all go get it. You want to make a lifestyle change? Let's make a change. Starting with stacking your time. Getting this investigating done so you can start doing the big investing with the lever, using the leverage that you've already stacked up. All right. Bye, girls. Good to see y'all today.